The city of Philadelphia is holding an official day of remembrance today to mark 40 years since police used explosives to try and force the eviction of the Black liberation group named MOVE from their headquarters. The order to use the bombs, known as entry devices, was made after a 90-minute firefight between police and people inside the house involving semi-automatic and automatic weapons. The ensuing fire killed 6 adults and 5 children inside the house and later spread to other buildings, leaving some 250 people homeless. No one from the city or police department was ever criminally charged in connection with the incident. 2 separate civil juries awarded a total of $14 million in damages to survivors and residents forced from their homes. All the bombing victims shared the adopted surname Africa. Ramona Africa, the only adult survivor of the bombing, joins us now from Philadelphia. She was 29 years old at the time. Ramona, thank you for being here. What was MOVE aiming to do in the years before the bombing?
Well, what I was doing, what I was into is fighting for my family, the Move 9. You know, that was our demand. That's what we were talking to people about, the ongoing unjust imprisonment of the Move 9 for 30 to 100 years. It had nothing to do with profanity, with disturbing neighbors, nothing like that. In fact, we took care of our neighbors, the elderly, you know, people with a lot of children. We took care of them. We shoveled the pavement all around the block so that elderly people would not fall and be hurt. We built wood-burning stoves for people whose gas got cut off, whose heat got cut off. This is the things that we did for our neighbors. So, you know, there might have been a few complaints from, you know, Osage residents, but one Osage resident, the block captain, he was saying that when they rebuilt the houses that had burnt down, he said he wasn't taking no buy-off from them. He was saying that, you know, the people that lived on Osage Avenue need to get need to get on the move. Now, that's what he was saying. And we know that's how a lot of people on that block felt.
Ramona, what do you remember most about that day?
I'm sorry?
What do you remember most about that day?
What I remember most is the police commissioner, Gregory Sambor, getting on the loudspeaker on Sunday night, Mother's Day night, and saying, "Attention, MOVE, this is America. You have to abide by the laws and rules of America. You have 15 minutes to come out." Now, we didn't come out because we knew they didn't want to simply arrest us. They wanted to kill us, which they had proven over the years. Over the years, they tried to kill MOVE people. May 13th of 85 was no different. We knew what they intended to do. In fact, they really wanted to kill our children because the police commissioner, when asked about our children, said, "We see their children as more of a threat as we do the adults." The second thing is that on Sunday, Mother's Day, one of our supporters came to our house on Osage Avenue and asked us, did we need anything, any food, because she was going food shopping. We said yes and gave her a list of what we needed. Now, there was no police blockade up at the time she came onto the block.
Okay.
When they came back, her and our kids came back to Osage Avenue, there was a police barricade at the top of Osage Avenue, which is a small one-way street going from 62nd.
Ramona, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I do want to ask you, because the city council voted last week to mark the day as a, quote, day of reflection and remembrance. What does that mean to you?
Well, 40 years of injustice, you know, our fight for our family paid off because the Move 9 came home in 2019. And that was our demand, on May 13th and, the year or so before that. That is what we wanted. And that's what happened in 2019.
All right.
They did not serve 100-year sentences. They came home after 41 years. And this system never expected them to come home at all. I mean, when they went to the state prison, the security officer there, he said that they would be in the hole as long as they were there, for their entire sentence.
I'm so sorry, Ramona. We are out of time. I so apologize for cutting you off, but I do appreciate you sharing your story with us. Thank you.